what made you start a business which is outside what you have studied? And what's your message to people who said, no, I studied accounting, I'm waiting for an accounting job?
I would advise that you need to be someone who's thinking outside the box. The box in my case is the crop science degree that I have, right? But then you need to be, you need to have other things that you look out for. Your passion, things that you can actually look from things that you like doing. You understand what I mean? Yes, I might love agriculture to a certain extent, but I'm not restricted to that. Do you get what I mean? So when the opportunity of in my case, in fact, let me tell you what happened so that it might give a bit of insight. I went outside the country using my agricultural qualifications. Actually, a company called me. I was working for Citadel Bank back then. So there's a project that they were doing, the project that they're doing in Kenya and South Sudan, in those countries of agriculture. So I became like the research agronomist for that organization. So I went outside the country and I was exposed for that period around 2010 to 2013, where I was doing those agricultural projects. I actually a part of a team that pioneered a huge agricultural project in South Sudan. So we're going in those remote areas, pioneering agricultural projects, right? When that season or that time cut off, if I may put it that way, I then came back to Zimbabwe around 2013. But then the opportunities for agriculture were not there, right? Being a flexible person, I was. What would be your wildest guess? What I started doing? What would be your wildest guess? Can you think of any wildest guess? What? Like I came back, but there were no agricultural opportunities. What do you think I started doing? Wildest guess?
Looking for winning.
I wasn't a polygenist then.
All right. Well, so that's where you get the wisdom there, outside the country.
No, I'm talking about the entrepreneur side.
All right. I thought
the wisdom of the polygyny wisdom, I got it from the scriptures, from the Bible, from studying, from learning history, our culture, which we'll discuss. Because being a polygynist is not something that I just saw here on the road and I'm like, I'm now no. It's backed by the understanding of our culture as African men, our background as Christians, because in the Bible what we are all seeing is we say we are the sons of Abraham by faith. Abraham, the father of faith, had many wives. Do you get what I mean? We are relating to all those great men of God. David, more than 8 wives.
Well, let me cut you there. We'll talk about
so let's
that.
come back to the entrepreneur side. Now, coming back to the entrepreneur side, when I came back in the country, I became a messenger. I looked for a job. It's a crazy story. What I actually did is I removed all the qualifications after O level. So I put my CV just to end it, because I knew the moment I put Form 6, what, and all these qualifications, no one would take my CV. They'll be like, he's overqualified. He can't work, But then I had gotten those ideas of becoming, I remember I had seen all those bike deliveries in other countries, how they do it and stuff. And I asked myself, before I even engage in this, I need the practical. I need to appreciate what being a delivery biker is, or what being a biker is. So I needed to look for something that is along those lines. That's when I looked for a messenger job. So from being this, being on TV in South Sudan, being this big agronomist guy, here I'm in Zimbabwe, I'm applying for a messenger job. And yes, I got a job as a messenger, and I started working for a real estate company.
So in your mind, you had that mindset that no, I'm here to learn and start my own, or
yes.
You were just looking for money?
I said, no, it was not the money. It was, I want to learn and see how it goes. So that's when I came down and I started, and actually I think I was there for a year or so. Being a messenger rider in town there and stuff. So that's the birth of Quick Express, my quick bikes company. Because then when I was going around being sent, if you're a messenger, you are sent to do everything, especially for an organization, for a company. You know what messengers are. I mean, everyone is just sending, do this. But in me doing that, I'm getting exposed. Because I've been away from the country. Now I'm back, but I'm being sent all over. I'm in town. I'm in all these places and stuff like that. So I quickly got to the gist of what was happening back in my country, and that's so when I left that organization, I think a year or so later, that's when I started.
You started with how many bikes?
Just one.
Oh.
Yeah, actually, when
And
I was
you-
working for that organization, they bought. I was working for SIF. So when they bought a new messenger bike, the old one, they wanted to. Usually, what they would do, they would auction off old stuff,
Oh.
old office chairs, tables, and stuff. So when they were auctioning off the old motorbike, messenger bike, that was my first bike. It was an off from an auction for the company that I was working for.